We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, get excited, let's go, let's go. Here we go. 180.
56 is the mic. Rabbit, rabbit. Rabbit, rabbit. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
A little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
12, fellas, here we go.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Hey, Wahoo!
From the gun, Lester. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
They're on 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
On first down, Garoppolo. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
21, 21.
56 to Mike.
Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Back, back, back. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Whip.
Henry out of the pistol. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check 24.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another first and 10. Operating from the gun. Lester is going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
At the 36-yard line.
54. Mike, 54.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
To throw on second down. Lester. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
At the 31-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Derrick Henry. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here we go.
56. Man, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Swing 3. 218. Chop. 5.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Mine's 54.
On 3rd down, Lester. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On 1st and 10, Lester looking downfield for Jones. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, 83 yards, and the Titans have taken the lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches a football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Now Leonard Fournette, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
And it's third down.
Let's go now. 8, read. 54.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Hey, Delta. 54. Lead River.
To throw on third down, Lester. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
21.
Crunch. He's coming.
60.
On second down, it's Henry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Yeah, baby.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
From the gun on third down, Lester. And he will find his man on the outside. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go.
On third down, Lester. Looking end zone for Jones. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. From the gun, Lester got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his fourth touchdown on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
It's now third down.
After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Off the field. Let's get off the field. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey,
Yep.
watch the ship. Watch the ship. Kill.
Hard. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
6 guard. Check 6 guard. Sponge. No.
A final shot before break. Lester looking deep for Julio. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Jacksonville.
Check right 54. Right 54. General West. Bravo.
Check hot.
Defense.
On first down, Lester. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Hey, echo. Ready.
To throw again, Lester. Jones has it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps. It cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
70, Indy.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Watch the pass. Mike 5-4.
Throwing on first down, Lester. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Let's go now. 30 base.
Come on.
6-6. Pull it high.
He's crossing. He's checking crack.
5.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Lester. And that is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll run it again with Henry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
56. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Black!
56 to Mike.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
That's good for Titans. First down.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Henry. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Titans, gain of 12. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
12.
Wide, get wide. Hey, look, 3.
6.
Check 52. Share.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 44-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check 99. Check 99. 36.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check the 11. 21. Here we go.
From the 44, Garoppolo, and caught by Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
And the shovel pass to the running back, goes for no yardage, but they used to call that the Utah pass, made famous by Coach Cactus Jack Curtis and his quarterback, Lee Grosscup.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Lester. He finds Taylor, complete. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And Eifert has it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Titans going to use the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Set. 10-2 stop. Recon. 132 fighter. Switch. Rush in. Fight.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Ready up. Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Go. Now.
Operating from the gun. Lester. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. Second and inches.
Watch twist. Watch the twist. Watch twist. Watch twist.
They'll give Fournette another crack. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Here we go.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Garoppolo now, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Here we go.
Check 56. Skip the ball.
11.
56. Mike, 56. I got him.
Now Garoppolo. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Jags, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Titans, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.